Join me today as we take a journey through the West Midlands, riding along the Birmingham mainline canal through Wolverhampton. We're headed for where this canal terminates and we join the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal and beyond.
All right. Afternoon.
The Birmingham mainline canal was one of the first built through the area and is part of a network of canals established and attributed to the engineer James Brindley. In its heyday, this canal would have been a bustling waterway for the conveyance of materials and goods as the thriving industrial revolution was in full swing. We pause briefly at Horsley Fields Canal and Railway Junction. As we look upon the rusty skeletons of our industrial past. Here we can see what remains of the Midland Railway's Canal and Railway Interchange Depot. Opening around 1880, the depot provided covered facilities for the transfer of goods between rail rolling stock and the canal narrowboats. The last section of the Birmingham mainline to be completed was this section that takes us downhill to join the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, but it was only completed after much wrangling between the canal companies involved over which one would foot the bill for this final stretch. It was the Birmingham Canal Company that completed the link, and history tells us that this part of the canal was finally built in 1772, and its waterways opened on the 21st of September of that year. In the original proposal, there was a requirement for 20 locks to descend the 40 metres or 132 feet down to the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. However, this was later extended to 21 locks. 21. It's a lovely old bridge. And after coming down all those locks, all 21, we find ourselves here. Where is here? This little spot is the Aldersley Junction. As you can see, we can head back the way we came to Birmingham. We can carry on down there for Starport, or we can go back on ourselves to Great Haywood, which is over in this direction. Beautiful little spot. Although the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal is relatively narrow, it's an impressive 46 miles long with a total of 43 locks and links between the River Severn and the Trent and Mersey Canal. As I take off again, I'm headed south from the Aldersley Junction in the direction of Starport. Thank you. As the canal gently meanders through the leafy suburb of Compton in Wolverhampton, it's here that we draw close to the end of the road, or at least the end of the canal path. Afternoon. A temporary closure of the towpath means that just for now you have to disembark the canal here onto the Bridgenorth Road. In fact, it's just down the road from here you'll find the intriguing Whitwick Manor, and we have plans to come back and do another video around this area. So it's at this point we'll be doing a U-turn for today and begin the homeward journey. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. So, I just spotted something. I didn't mean to get sidetracked today, but I was quite interested in this. Please enjoy the environment, but do so at your own risk. Okay, I think we can do that. Sounds about normal. Let's see what we got.
This is the central swale. A swale is an area where water runs off, whether man-made or naturally, and the word derives from the Old English meaning rushing or swirling water or river. This particular swale was developed as part of the I-54 business park just off the M54 running through the West Midlands. The swale serves functionally to take standing water away from the roads and developments, and in turn creates an area of natural beauty to be enjoyed by both people and the nature that thrives in this habitat.
Yeah, they're cool. Oh, I might have to stop on them in a minute. Well, that's where it comes to. The other end. It was worth checking out. Nice little nature reserve. Quiet spot to walk. Couple of benches. In the middle of nowhere. Right by the M54. Quick switch out of the GoPro battery because Yeah, they last about 5 minutes. Seem to have stopped next to one hell of a chicken coop. There's also a lot of dogs there. They were howling a second ago, but onwards and upwards. And there is a lot of upwards coming up as we take the route up towards Birmingham and towards Wolverhampton. Said before, I'm not sure if it caught it before the battery died, but it's been a great afternoon. Yeah, good track today. And then hopefully on this stretch somewhere soon we're going to see the centenary mark. We'll have our own jubilation over that. I'm sure we can find a way to mark the moment. Time to get back on the road. Phone's on about 26%, so I've switched down a few things just to have it running on a lighter battery usage, and that should get us home. But we're a way off yet, so let's get trekking.
A few moments later.
99 miles done on my e-bike. Go me. And I said I'd try and commemorate the 100th mile, and I think I have. I've just realised I went the wrong way, and I'm currently 13 miles away from home, where I thought I'd gone 6 miles out and I was coming roughly 6 miles back. So now I've got 13 miles back. So we've turned around and we're heading back, and I only think it's fitting that we use this to commemorate the 100 miles on the e-bike. If that's what I do for 100 miles, God help me when I get to 1,000, which I might hit by the time I get home at this rate. But there we are, 100 miles. And I'm not even sure I'm going the right way now, so I might have to check. But thanks for joining me for 100 miles on the e-bike, and let's look forward to some more trekking in the future. If I ever get home, guys. Let's go.
As it turned out, I had ventured as far up the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal as to cross the border from Wolverhampton and dipping a toe into South Staffordshire. All in all, a fitting spot to start our journey home, in the hope we can return here in the future to pick up the canal route through the rest of Staffordshire.
Cheers, thank you. So, 4 miles after realising I'd taken the wrong turn, or missed my turn, nearly back at the junction that I needed to turn at. And then from there, it's not too far, but it is pretty much uphill, which is good because if I have to stand to pedal, it gives my ass a rest. But, the rain's just starting now as well, which is what I was hoping to avoid. But hey, that's trekking, you know. I love it. When you're out and about, it can't be beaten. It really can't be beaten. Oh, how did I miss it? How did I miss this? Time to get some miles down, beating this rain. Definitely on the right road now. We're making tracks now. It is all uphill, and the rain is coming down like a good one. I have to put the camera away. It is throwing it down now. I knew that storm was blowing in, and it did. So the next bridge, it's time to pack up the toys and do the last couple of miles. I hope you've enjoyed this trek, and I hope you join for future treks. So the rain's calmed a little. And yeah, we're just into the last 2 miles home now. Wow, what a ride that was. Really wasn't expecting to go that long today, to be honest. But it was a good trip. Saw some great bridges. Lovely narrowboats on the canal. Oh, and we've had a good workout. What more can you ask, really? I'm probably about a mile from home.
And that about concludes today's trip. All that's left to do now is let the grumpy cat in, who's also spent the afternoon in the rain.
But you'll have been sat under that bush there.